Hi everyone, it's Kai. Welcome back to the channel, and today I have for you another Sweetie Nail Supply haul. So I just wanted to hop on here and give a quick little intro because I feel like it's been a while. I'll be honest, I've been too lazy to put on makeup and look presentable to do face cam, but I am so honored and blessed to have received some PR from Sweetie Nail Supply. So this box here, is a mixture of items that I purchased myself and then a few collections that they sent over for me to try and show all of you. The one that I'm so excited about is one that you've probably been seeing going around. It is this one here, the Gemstone collection from Rozyhip. I debated so long on getting the silver collection from Rozyhip. I had just gotten the Aurora Queen collection that had a bunch of silver magnetic polishes and sparkle polishes, so I didn't pick it up, but I'm so happy that they reached out and asked if I would like to showcase this for you all because it is gorgeous. So I will be going through each color in here, all of the swatches. They also sent me the Agate collection, which is one of the Favori's new collections for 2025. It is a really interesting 3D texture gel. It's colored though, it's not just the typical clear that you see, so I will be swatching these as well. And I also have for you the brand new Doi Moon Collection. Slight trypophobia warning, I will let you know before this collection comes up. They are a texture gel in that they go on almost in one of those pearl thread shell polishes, but then the polish disperses and creates all of these really interesting textures and swirl patterns. So these will be really fun to swatch. I also got two different types of tips that I will be comparing to some of the other brands that I have. This is the Doi Corn Tip and the Vic Gel Coffin Tips. And of course, because I am obsessed with cat eye gels, I had to pick up two. This is a single from the recent Vala collection. I believe it's the Noble Knight. And then this is the Liuwa? I'm gonna assume it's Liuwa. I'm not sure entirely how to pronounce it, but it is a newer brand to Sweetie Nail Supply. So I picked up one of their polishes from I believe it's the Unisol collection, just to give it a try and see how I like it before picking up some of the other ones. So yeah, that is everything that we will be going over today. Thank you so much for being here. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you like nail art content, if you like reviews, hauls, nail tutorials, all of that fun stuff. But without too much more chit-chatting, let's get into some closer looks and some swatches. Alright, so here is everything. I've got the overhead camera going up here and my vlog camera over here. So if you see me checking down there, it's because I'm looking at my monitor to make sure I'm in frame. But I wanted to make sure you guys got your nice close-up shots of all of these gorgeous new collections. Let's see, what do I want to start with? I think I will actually start with some of the more boring things. So let's start with the tips, and I forgot to mention in the beginning, but I also was sent the Doi Basics collection, their new HEMA-free line. So I will start with the tips and looking at these. Alrighty, so first up I got some tips. Now I have a lot of trouble finding nail tips that fit my nails. I've talked about this before, but let me see if I could show you. I have some paint on them right now, so it might be hard to see, but I have fairly curved nail beds. I guess my pinky is the best example. I don't know if you can see there what's going on, but the sidewalls are super steep. It's almost like a square shape instead of a C for my nails. So I have trouble finding nail tips that fit me because of their curved nature. So I picked up these here. These are the Vic Gel, and I also picked up the Doi Corn Tip. I wanted a really nice between a tapered square and coffin shape, and I thought these would be perfect for that. I will leave everything in the corner, the different names so that you can check out the product yourself. So here's what they're looking like. I'll be honest, I don't love when tips come like this with the plastic still attached. However, I will say that these were a lot cheaper than some of the other options on Sweetie Nail Supply, and they do come pre-etched, though I personally would probably still, feeling this, I would probably still give it a little bit of an etching, but they're decently sized. Like, I have pretty big thumbs. This one fits over the gel overlay that I even have on my thumb. Usually my thumb is a 1 or 0. So I could see this fitting someone who needs maybe even like a 00. They're pretty flat, so if you have flat nail beds, I always recommend Korean branded nail tips. In my personal experience, they're always a little bit flatter, more natural looking than some of the other brands. So yeah, I think these are gonna be pretty good for my nails. We'll have to see once I take my overlay off. It's not the best test right now because I do have that gel overlay, but I'm liking how thin they are. So they're very flexible. And I know some people prefer a stronger nail tip, so if that's you, I definitely would not recommend like Korean branded nail tips. These ones tend to be really thin. I personally like that because the shape is still really consistent and they're strong enough for what I do, which is adding many layers of nail art. So for me personally, I prefer a thinner nail tip. Here's what the curvature looks like. There's not a strong C-curve at all. And I actually wanted that because I don't love coffin-shaped tips, square-shaped tips that have a really strong C-curve on the free end up here. I prefer more of a flatter C-curve, like what these are showing here. Here, I'll compare it to like my E-Nail Couture and my Apres. Let me grab those. All right, so I couldn't find my E-Nail Couture, but here are my Apres tips. Here are their long sculpted coffin, and granted these ones are the sculpted ones, but I find that even the natural ones have quite a strong C-curve. You can see here with these, because they're sculpted, they have a very, very strong C-curve. Like that's almost more of a U, I would say, than a C even. Whereas with the Korean brand, they do not have the same C-curve. I will break one off even to show you. Here's the C-curve on the end of this nail. Much more shallow, much more to my personal taste. Again, this is just preference. I happen to like a flatter coffin-shaped nail. These are really nice. Pretty tapered coffin, almost like a tapered square. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these fit after I take my gel off. The other tips that I got were the famous Dayami corn tip. Now these are their C-curved stiletto nails, and I got these because even though I was just talking about how I don't like a strong C-curve on my coffin tips, I do need more of a C-curve than the regular Dayami tips to fit my curved nail beds. So let me show you. Here is the largest size, I think, on these ones here. As the packaging says, it is a slim fit with a deep C-curve. It comes in 12 different sizes, 360 pieces, so you don't get a lot. And I will say, these were expensive. They are like on par with Apres pricing, which Apres nails are not cheap either. I just happen to really like the system because of the consistency and the sizing and whatnot. So let's see. Ooh, these ones do have a pretty nice C-curve. Even though they say strong C-curve, like they're still pretty flat. I think they're strong for Korean nail tips. Like you can see here, they've got quite the apex on them. Again, I think this will actually be really good for my nails personally, because I do have a bit of a curve to mine. Even with the gel overlay, you might be able to see that these will be a pretty nice fit for me. So yeah, very excited to use these ones. Okay, so we've talked tips, now let's look at the basic gels. Again, these were sent to me by Sweetie Nail Supply. I had actually on my own already purchased the base just because I wanted to try it out. I don't wear base gel a lot because usually if I'm doing my own nails, I'm using the peel off base from Jello Jello, but sometimes I do like to prep my nails and then put on a nice thin base coat before going in with a polish. So I thought I would give these a try. They are HEMA free, which is really nice. And when I started buying Doi, they did not have this nice packaging. So this is new. It was just kind of like loose bottles, but I like it. Got this cute little bow here. So I'm interested in the consistency of this the most, I think. Ooh, interesting. Okay, it's thick. I was not expecting that. She's real thick, actually. She's, I would say, like a medium to high viscosity. And this brush is so interesting. Look at the brush. It's like a really nice, small, rounded shape, which honestly is so good for a base gel. That way you can get right in close to the cuticle. Okay, I really appreciate that little detail with the brush, because there's so many times where it's like you want to get in close to the curve of your cuticle, but if you have one of those like square brushes, it makes it difficult. You have to go in with a liner to get close enough. So this is super nice. I am impressed. This won't be a wear test, unfortunately, just because I don't have the time. I've got to get this video out, so I cannot attest to its durability. But my first thoughts are, I really like the texture. I'm a big fan of a thick base gel for personal nail application, like if you are applying nails on people, because you don't want it running, right? You don't want it flooding the cuticle and getting on your client skin, things like that, your own skin. That's how you can get contact dermatitis. Even though these are HEMA-free, there are potentially still other irritants in nail products that can cause allergic reactions. So I'm really liking this. I'm loving the innovation with the brush and that really nice thick texture. Hopefully you can see here by like how much it is not moving, how it is just holding onto the brush. Very interesting. Okay, I'm excited to use this. All right, now since I did get 2 of these, I think I will be doing a giveaway for 5,000 subscribers once I hit that. And so the one that I don't open, I will put that in the giveaway. I'll include more details once I actually figure out the rules of the giveaway and all of that. So if that is something that sounds interesting to you, keep an eye out for the next few videos. All right, so that was a base. Let's look at the clear gel. I believe this is supposed to be like a clear builder. It is not necessarily a top gel. So I'm interested in this texture as well. Same sort of clean bottle, and it just says clear. Okay, yeah, this one's really thick. Very interesting. This seems like it would be a good builder. Like if you needed to add structure, if you needed to smooth out a design before going in with your top coat. It is nice and glossy, it looks like. I really like a lot of the Nail Bio products, especially like the syrup gels. I think they have some of the prettiest subtle neutral tones. So I'm excited to try out this one as well. And then last but not least is the actual top coat. So this one, I'm curious about the texture. I wonder if it's also going to be thick like the others. Okay, so this one is a thinner texture. Very interesting. I would say this one is definitely like a medium to low viscosity. If I compare it to, say, my Mayo glass top, it's probably somewhere around there, maybe slightly thicker, but not by much. It's quite thin, which I love. I am a fan of a thinner top coat just because I do so much nail art that unless I'm trying to cover up texture for hand-painted artwork or something like that, I do prefer like a nice thin top coat. So, wow, I'm really impressed. Okay, I am super excited to use these now because I do like all of the textures of them. Love that they're HEMA-free. We definitely need more of that. So yeah, I'm really impressed with these. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to like them. I already have kind of like my go-to favorites. For a thicker top coat, it's the Yoga Zombie top, the Mild Glass for a thinner top coat, the Zombie base for a thicker base. But these are really great options as well, and I'm excited to play around with them and see how they perform long term. All right, and then sticking with nail bio with Doi, they also sent me their Moon Collection. So these are really interesting gels. I've only seen, I think, maybe like one other product of its kind. Do you all remember, gosh, it must have been 2010, 2011, and you had the crackle polish that was really popular. It was not gel polish, it was regular polish, but you would paint it on the nail and it would start separating and creating these really cool crackle patterns that would dry down and you would be left with a really interesting texture. That's what these remind me of, because they are a type of polish that once you paint it on, separates as it's settling. And they're claiming that you get a really cool moon effect, like the surface of the moon with all of the pockmarks and the holes. So this is your trypophobia warning. If you have trypophobia, if you do not like holes or things like that, skip to the next section. I will make sure that the timestamps are down below because I can definitely understand how some people might not like these, but I'm really excited to go over them because I think it's something new, it's something interesting, and I think you can make some super cool looks with them. So the collection is a set of 6. They do not come, unfortunately, with their own special swatch card or anything like that. I don't know that Doi has ever done that. These are on the more affordable side. I'll make sure to put all of the prices up in the corner, but Doi has always been slightly more affordable than some of the other brands, so I understand why there's less that goes into the packaging. But yes, here's what they look like. I do like that the bottles are different than the standard Doi colors, so that you can immediately tell this is like a textured gel. The bottles have this really nice speckled effect to them. Let's see, let's just take a look at one of these right out of the bottle. Ooh, I'm already really liking the tone here. Oh, interesting. So it's a very like pearlescent polish. Let's see, I don't know if I need to mix these up or not. I have not had a ton of experience with these. I can already see it separating. Ooh, on the brush, that's crazy. Let's see. I don't know the science behind this. I would love to though, because that is so cool looking. But let's go ahead and swatch all these. All right, so this one is Moon 1, and I did get some black swatch sticks, so hopefully that will help you see the color even better. I'm just going to paint like a little line down the nail. Ooh, that's so weird. Weird cool though. You know, if you can see it separating. Oh, that's so strange. Let me zoom in even more. Look at that. I wonder what happens if you do like a really thick layer. Let's see. Huh. That is so interesting. Again, I think I saw maybe like one advertisement from another company that was doing something like this, but other than that, I've not seen any sort of like separating gels like this. If you guys have, let me know down in the comments. I love trying out new fun types of gel, and this is definitely on the list of like experimental new types of gel that I haven't seen before. Very cool. I think you can also, like, if you put it on thick enough, it won't show the color underneath, and you can use it as just like a regular pearlescent gel, just with a little bit of extra texture to it. So cool though. I can already tell I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these. Okay, very excited to have these. So this is number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. I think that the color choices were also really interesting for this release. They're very much shell colors, so I could also see this being really good for emulating a shell pattern, shell design. It's a lot of like whites, neutrals, pinks. Here is number 2. Okay, so this is another cream color, but this one's more of like a taupey sort of cream, a little bit more brown. Again, just such an interesting texture. These are not super thick. They are actually a little bit thinner, which I think is necessary for that bubbling effect. They're really just so interesting. I'm just so intrigued by these. I can't get over how strange that is, but strange in a good way. These would also make really cool like alien nails. But yeah, very neat. All right, on to number 3, and this I think is the first like pinky color in this set. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh, this one is very much like a creamy pink, more of like a peachy pink. Oh, that's stunning. Okay, I really like this color. And it's bubbling so much. Oh gosh. Part of me loves it, part of me is so disturbed. It's one of those polishes that's going to be, I feel like, very polarizing. People are going to love it or they're going to hate it. I know there are some texture polishes, like the fuzzy ones, that some people really like. Some people really hate. So cool. Okay. And on the thinner spots, you get more of that bubbling all the way through. If you can see here, it completely separates from the swatch underneath, and you get the color on the bottom peeking through. I think that's going to be such a cool effect, whereas in the thicker spots, the bubbling happens, but you don't get the color underneath. You just kind of get more texture in the actual gel itself. And because it is pearlescent, you do get to see that texture. Those shimmers really help bring forth the dimension. So yeah, I'm in awe with these. They're so stinking cool. Let me know what you all think down in the comments below though. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do they freak you out? Does that matter? Okay, up next is number 4. Oh my god, I'm already at 41 minutes recording and I've barely gone through anything. I need to speed this up a little bit, I think. Okay, here's number 4. Ooh, this one is a deeper pink. It's still in that warm tone realm. It's almost like a pinky coppery color. This one's really pretty too. My favorite is still the last one, I think, but this is a close second. I do like this deeper tone. This one almost feels thinner than the others, I will say. And maybe it's because of the color. That's what I'd have to guess. I do really wonder, like, what makes one thicker? What makes one thinner? Okay, we've had a disaster. I got my hair in the polish, so I like the way my hair looks when it's down, when I have like the little bangs, but I just, it's not working out. So this is what you get for the rest of the video because I just got hair all over this polish. So let me redo this swatch. This one is separating so much. Look at that. You got like these big holes instead of the smaller ones. That's why I was wondering if it needed mixed. I don't know if there's like an activator of some sort in here that's causing the separating. They do smell more like regular polish, so I'm wondering if there's like, I don't know, maybe it's acetone or something in here that is evaporating and leaving the holes. I just don't know. It's very interesting though. Yeah, okay, so with this one, because it is that thinner consistency, it's leaving like larger holes. And Interesting. I personally would go for one of the other colors over this one just because it's not separating quite as much, and maybe it's the one that I specifically got. I have no idea. But yeah, I would just maybe recommend one of the other colors because you can buy these individually. All right, number 5, we're getting down to it. Give it a good little mixy mix just in case. Ooh. And this one is a very interesting color. It's that taupey color, but definitely more brown based than number 3, the one that I really like. This one is pretty too. I do like this one. Same sort of thinner texture to the last one, I believe, so we'll see how this one performs. Oh, that one bubbles fast. Wow. That effect was like almost immediate. I do like this color, this like rust color almost. All right, and last but not least is number 6. This looks like it's going to be kind of a neutral beigey color, but let's see. Ooh, okay. This is like a silvery beigey color though. This I would say is even more true taupe than what I have been calling taupe before. Even though my skin tone is more of a warm color, I am very partial when it comes to like the colors that I enjoy the aesthetics of, more cool tone colors. So this one is really nice. I keep looking up at my log camera and then getting out of frame on my big camera. I'm learning. I'm practicing with the vlog camera. We'll see how often I do this. Let me know down in the comments if you like it, because it is just an extra step. So if people just like the top down more, then I can stick with that. But if people like the face cam, I do sometimes like hopping on here and doing these kind of like live reactions to new polishes. I think it's fun. But yeah, this one's a really interesting color. Okay, and the last swatch for this collection. I am worried it's doing the same thing as, I think it was, what, number 3? Where it's separating almost too much. Let me see if I can just manipulate it here a little bit. All right, if you do a slightly thicker coat, like right here, you get some of that nice bubbling with the smaller bubbles. Yeah, okay. This one I can see being really, really cool for like planet-themed nails, for like that alien look. Super excited to try something with that. Okay, but here are all of the colors. Honestly, such a fun set of polishes. I'm so excited to use these. They give me a lot of inspiration just with different like theming that you could go with. You could go aliens, you could go planets, celestial bodies, like the name suggests, with the moon theme. You could even go like rocks, quartz, natural elements like that. I'm going to use them in my strawberry shortcake set because I also think that they make really cool like frosting effects. So yeah, if you could only pick up a few of them though, since they do sell them individually, I would probably recommend definitely the white one as just like a nice staple. I really like this taupey color. I think there's a lot you could do with this. And then maybe pick like one of the more pinky brownie shades, just because they are a little bit similar. Like, don't get me wrong, they definitely have different undertones. This one's a little more vibrant pink, more of a brown, whereas this one's more of like a mauvey purple. But again, if you could only pick up 1 or 2, I would go with the 2 on the end and maybe like 1 in the middle if you wanted a pinky shade. Otherwise, super awesome. Okay, so before I get into the other 2 collections, I thought I would go ahead and swatch these 2 here. So if you couldn't tell, I was in a green mood. I had really wanted some nice green cat eye polishes, and so I picked up these 2. This is from the Vala Noble Night collection, and this is from the, again, I believe it's Liuwa, or maybe Liawa. I don't know, somebody help me down in the comments. But they are stunning green shades, and this is from the Yunsol collection. Now, I have already used this one here, I actually used it in a recent Chinese New Year set that I made. It was snake themed because it is the year of the snake. So I'll link that video up in the corner if you want to go check it out. So I already know I love this. I will still swatch it though. And this is a brand new brand to me. Never heard of it, never used it before. I just saw that Moon Collection on the Sweetie Nail Supply website and said, I have to try one of those. All right, so let's start with the Vala, the Noble Knight, because I have already used this, so I already know that I really like it. This is, it says, premium gel color recipe for always beautiful and healthy nails. They have a gorgeous bottle that matches the shimmer inside. So this is a thicker formula, which I tend to like with cat eye gels. I think it's nice to have a cat eye gel that's really going to hold the design in place before you cure once you magnetize the particles. So I like this thicker consistency. Now this is like a shimmery cat eye gel, and by that I mean that the particles are super small. This is not going to give you like a blinding glittery effect. Instead, it's more of like a glowy effect. But one of the things I really like about the Noble Knight collection is it has these fun glitter particles. I don't know if you can really see all that well, but it has some like gold and some iridescent glitters interspersed amongst the teeny tiny cat eye particles that just add a really subtle layer of sparkle to this. Here, maybe you can see it here. Those like little glowy particles are all just little duochrome glitters, and it's just a really nice sage green color. It's not too warm toned. I think this is so pretty. Okay, and then to magnetize it, I'm just gonna do like a velvet look, bring all those glowing particles to the surface so you can really see the shine. I had never tried Vala magnetic polishes before this. Sometimes if it's a new brand, I'll get like one to test out, see if I really like it, if I want to go back for more. And this has definitely convinced me that if they come out with another collection of cat eye gels, that I need to probably get the whole collection, which is unfortunate for me because I have a problem with buying too many cat eye gels. I just have so many, but they're all so stunning. I mean, look at that shimmer. So pretty. And again, the secondary sparkle from those teeny tiny little like duochrome glitters is so cute. I just love this polish. I could talk about it on and on and on. So pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this one here, the Liua. I am excited because this one is similar to the last. It's more of like a shimmery cat eye, but it's supposed to have these golden shimmers in it. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. What color did I get? I thought I got the green, but now that I'm looking at it, oh, it is green. Oh, but it's like an aqua green. That's stunning. Okay. That's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This has like a jelly aqua base with gorgeous green gold shimmer. This is so pretty. Oh man. See, I didn't buy the whole collection because I had purchased the Bonnie Bee golden magnetic powder to try and make my own cat eye gels, which I do plan on making a whole video on. But this is really making me want the whole set. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, let's swatch it. So this one is a thinner consistency. I will say I am noticing that right off the bat. Ooh. This is giving me mermaid so strongly. I cannot wait to do a sea-themed look with this. You know when you're sitting on the bottom of the ocean or at the bottom of a pool and it's an outdoor pool, so the sunlight is peeking through and you get those really gorgeous streaks of sunlight through the ripples in the water? That's what this is reminding me of. Like seeing those golden rays through a maybe like a slightly murky blue water. So pretty. Ooh, and look at that glow. Wow. Now again, this is a thinner cat eye gel, so these particles are moving very quickly. This you will want to flash cure in place if you are going for a specific look. I'm just trying to bring that sparkle to the surface so you can see. Oh, that's so cool. It's definitely a lot more like golden than I was thinking. I think on the swatches online, it looked more like a green. These are definitely like a gold. Super stunning though. So cool. There's so much depth in this. So interesting. These are gonna be really fun to play around with. So there was someone, I will try to find their comment and put it right up there, who was asking me about the Insole collection. I don't know if I'll be able to get the whole thing because honestly, I'm trying to save up for the Divock Seasons collection. I don't know if you all have seen the ads recently, but I'm gonna be broke, genuinely, because they're releasing 48 syrup shades, and I love the Divock syrup shades, but they're not cheap. So this might be the only one that I swatch, but it's stunning. If you're honestly thinking of getting the Liua gels, I highly recommend it. These are gorgeous. All right, and for the next collection, this is also something a little bit different. This is the Agate edition from the Favori. The Favori, I believe, is Korean produced, but it's all designed in Japan, in Tokyo. Usually it says that on the box here. Yeah, oh no, I guess I lied. It's produced in Tokyo. So the Favori is a Japanese brand. I do really like their inks. They have some gorgeous shimmery inks, and like the other inks are also really pretty, but my preference is their like sparkly shimmery inks, the Satin collection. And let's talk about this box. So cool, so neat. It has this like tie here that I undo in order to get into it. And I've never seen this before. That's what gets me about like the Korean Japanese nail products. The unboxing. It's such a cool experience. I don't know. I'm a sucker, what can I say? So here are these. How do I get this out? Like this? Maybe? How do I do this? Oh, just like that. There's a reason there's a little tab there. So this is the Agate edition, and these are 3D texture colored gels. So it does come with a little swatch here, and I think when I flipped them over, I displaced all of them. So let's try that again. Just stick that back in there, you know, everything's fine. Okay. Here's the Agate edition. Wow, look at how pretty, look at how organized. I definitely didn't just mess these up. Okay, so here's what they look like. Their potted gels always come in the same little like silver pots, like this. They have a swatch card with it. Here's what you get. You get a green, sort of like a royal blue, a yellowish gold color, a gray, a pinky color, and then like an orangey red. I'm so excited to show these off to you all. Let me get a brush to give you the full effect. Okay, so here are the cute little pots. See the colors on the bottom. So here's the pot with the expiration date. It is about 2 years from now, December of 2026. So let's go ahead and open these. This is the green color, green menu. Ooh, okay. I thought it was gonna have like a peely tab, but it does not, because look at that. I don't know if you can really see. Look at the texture. These are colored texture gels. So if you've ever used like the Jello Edge Gel, which is one of my favorite for doing textured chrome, these bad boys right here are similar in texture. I don't know how well you can see this here, but that is so cool. It's definitely like a jellyish texture, Very much like the Jello Edge Gel. Let me show you on a little nail here. So the whole point of these is you're supposed to be able to effortlessly create like textured art with them. And they're pre-colored. That's really neat, in my opinion at least. I love this kind of stuff. I'm a big texture fan when it comes to nail art. I know some people aren't, but that is my preference. I like a lot of 3D elements, 3D textures, and so these are right up my alley. Very cool. I am going to experiment with these. I want to know if you can put chrome over them, because oftentimes, right, with chrome powders, the color that you put underneath, be it white or black, does affect the overall effect at the end, what color the chrome is. So I'm gonna test this. Let me put it under the light for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna grab a chrome powder and we'll see. Okay, chrome powder has been acquired. This is the Blonde Blonde. I think it's the Fireball powder, I'm not sure. I will be so happy if this works, because I'm just imagining doing chrome powder with a different colored undertones and being able to kind of like customize the tone of your chrome powder that way. Because sometimes, you know, chrome powder, you want it to have like a different base. So let's see. Are these tacky? They're not tacky. This might actually work. Let's see. Ooh, yes, it works. That's so cool. Okay. That's so cool. Wow. Okay, I thought these were cool before because I was like, okay, nice. I can do like some colored texture patterns, but the fact that you can rub chrome into this, let me see. Yeah, and it doesn't like wipe away when I rub my finger over it. That means that you can do some awesome textured chrome designs with these and then have that really nice colored undertone beneath to change up the color of your chrome. Like this one is going to look so much different with maybe like a red undertone or a purple undertone. So many possibilities to experiment with. So this is, for me personally, I think game changing, and maybe not for the reason that they meant it to be. I don't know if they meant it to be like under chrome, because all of the marketing I saw was just as like a nice 3D gel. But hey, you can use it this way too, which is always a bonus. Multi-use gels are, in my book, always a great thing. Ooh, so excited. Okay, let me show you the other colors. So this is Holly Blue. And I appreciate that they don't have the like really stubborn seals on these that you have to peel away. That's nice. All right, let's see what Holly Blue is like. These are so bouncy. They remind me of, let me think, what is it? Like fruit gummies almost? So this one's a very subtle blue. It's almost like a blue-gray, I would say. Lump a little bit more on there. Ooh, very interesting. I thought it was going to be more of a pigmented blue, but it's very subtle, which is typical of the Nuance look. The Favori has not always been like my favorite brand. There are some things that I really like from them. Again, they're shimmery alcohol inks. But otherwise, I don't normally do like the Nuance look. I go for a lot of 3D elements and stuff like that. So even though this isn't super pigmented, it is very typical of like the Nuance look. It's very fitting for the brand. Still, I do like this kind of like smoky gray blue. That's cool. Here is Ginger, which I assume is going to be like a ginger color. Ooh, interesting. I will say the pots being black means that it's kind of hard to see the color in the pot. Ooh, yeah, this is like, well, a ginger color. Interesting. It's like a mustard yellow. Definitely see where the ginger name comes from. My mom loves ginger candies, and they look exactly like this. It's like a muted mustard yellow. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, up next we have moss. So this is, it's like a gray-green color. So gray, but like a little bit of a warm tone gray. Not gonna lie, not my favorite color. This one, it's an interesting one, that's for sure. But I very much prefer like the more vibrant green that we saw earlier to this one. It's okay, she's fine. What does really excite me though about these is that hopefully they come out with some other versions of this collection and we get some other more vibrant colors. That would be really cool. Okay, these next two colors though do excite me. This is the Cherry Blossom, so the pinkish color. Already it's looking more pigmented. That same jelly texture though. Oh, it's so cool. So interesting. Here is Cherry Blossom. There you go. That's a really pretty color. I do like this. It's almost like a plum color, like a magenta-y, pinky purple color. Very nice. This red color is the one I plan on using in my Valentine's Day set. It's called Sardonyx. Here's what this one looks like. Ooh, yep. This is like a nice red, like an orangey red almost, like a brown red. Very cool. So I might have mentioned I'm doing a Valentine's Day set. It is strawberry shortcake themed. This is going to make the perfect like strawberry jelly. That's exactly what I pictured, was like a red jelly-like consistency. I think this will be perfect for that. I love how like bouncy it is. You can really get some interesting textures in here. Just like that. I almost feel like applying these with a palette knife or some kind of flat mixing tool would be really fun as well, to get that nice chunky kind of like frosting look. That would be really cool. And then for the sake of showing you what I mean by chrome powders having different effects over different gel colors, I'm gonna add that same Blonde Fireball powder over the Sardonyx color. Just show you how the outcome is different. Because these kinds of powders, especially the ones that are more of a tint rather than a color themselves, they do show that color underneath very clearly. All right, so my camera died, so I had to take a little break and charge it up again. And my tablet is not dying, which I use as a monitor, so I gotta start speeding things up. But I just wanted to show you what I meant by if you put chrome powders like these kind over different base colors, you get very different results. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with these texture gels and not only using them as like a finishing touch, but also adding them under chrome. And here are all of the swatches for the Agate collection. I just realized the name itself is Agate, so these are definitely meant to emulate like natural resources, which is also probably why they're on the more natural side of colors. Still very cool. I will definitely have a lot of fun playing around with these. I think my favorite actually is the pink, and then maybe even that like smoky blue. And it's just a really nice kind of like neutral gray blue. Very cool. Alrighty, and last but not least, what I know everybody's been waiting for is the Rozyhip collection. So this is the Gemstone collection. It's gorgeous, I'll admit. I couldn't wait to open this, so I already did the swatch card. I also just wanted to film like some shorts for it as a collection. Look at how pretty. These are stunning shimmery jelly, vibrant colors, all of the goodness of cat eye gels with a little bit of sparkle. I will still swatch each one for you, but I just wanted to show you the initial swatch card that I made. So pretty. So it comes in this bright pink box, which I think is part of the like Rozyhip brand. You do get the swatch card with a little backing stand for the swatch card. I just haven't put that on yet. You get your 8 polishes, and then they do include a bar magnet. I have so many bar magnets at this point because I keep buying and or receiving the magnetic gel collections. I probably have like 10 of them because I've also purchased some. So I might keep this in its little baggie, and then when I do my giveaway, I'll include a bar magnet because I do have some magnetic gels that I'm planning on giving away. So let's go through these because they are just, they're stunning. I am so happy that they reached out to me because I had been eyeing this collection on the website and really testing my no buy for January with this one because they're just so pretty. Here's what the bottles look like. They're this really nice silver material. I love the sort of like trapezoid shape of the bottle. I think that's so interesting. Here's the labeling. And I am curious. Part of me wonders, is this another Divock sister brand? I wouldn't be surprised because if I'm looking at like the bottling, the packaging, the swatch card with the stands, the magnet, the labeling even on the bottom, it very much feels like Divock. So if anybody knows, let me know down in the comments. I might have to ask Sweetie Nail Supply if they're sister brands because they feel very much like sister brands, but I love that each brand, Divock, Rozyhip, and Me Gothic or My Gothic, however you say it, they do feel different. Like they have their own style, their own sort of like ethos. So I do really like that. But let's go ahead and start swatching these. So we'll start with RM03. The way that these are labeled, like the Divock, I believe is they just start at 1 and then they go from there. So RM stands for Rozyhip Magnetic, and the 03 means this is the 3rd magnetic gel that they've released. I believe the other ones were in their either like all pink collection or their all silver collection. But here's what this one looks like. So pretty. So these are single toned colors, meaning they are mostly focused on one color and creating that nice shimmery finish. They do have some little glitter particles in them. Those glitter particles though follow the same color scheme, so there's no sort of like duo shifting. This is truly if you want like a one-toned color experience, but with lots of shimmer and a little bit of glitter. Look at that color. Now these are vibrant. Like you could do 2 layers and you would probably get more even payoff if you did 2 layers, but I personally think you can get away with like 1 thicker layer, depending on the look you're going for. If you're going for a look where you will see a lot of the jelly polish underneath, it might be better to do thinner layers and build them up just so that jelly color is more even. But if you're going for like an overall shimmery effect, I think you can manage just 1 layer. They're thicker, so it is like a decently thick consistency. I would say similar maybe to the Divock New Moon. I guess I'll use the same type of magnet it comes with. So with these bar magnets, you just want to take one of the ends. You have to figure out which end is pulling the pigment towards it and which one is pushing the pigment away. Like this side is definitely pulling the pigment, whereas if I use this side, that one seems like it's pushing. So I use this side and just go around the perimeter of the nail. I tend to pull it all to one side, and then I'll go to the other and just like quickly, gently wave it a couple times, and hopefully you get that nice velvet effect. If needed, you can go over the end with a couple swipes, and you should get a really nice shine on the surface. There we go, super gorgeous color. Now all that texture there I think is just because there's some fuzzies on my actual swatch stick. I don't think it's the polish itself. I'm just lazy and I don't want to clean off every swatch stick. I'm sorry. My camera's running out of battery, or my tablet, so I need to rush through this. So this is 04 and it's another like orangey red color, whereas the other one was more of a cool toned red. This is more of like a coppery red. Super pretty. I don't know if you can see those little coppery glitters in there. I feel like out of the bottle they look kind of unassuming, but once you put them on a nail, they look so much better. See, I don't know what it is. Once you put them on a nail, that under color comes out. That's just so nice, so vibrant. This really reminds me of one of the colors from the Mayo Eros collection, which if you saw my last video on top coat comparisons, I was wearing number 13 from that collection and people seemed to really like it. So I might have to repost the short of the swatches I did for that collection, because those are also like perfect Valentine's Day colors. I love that collection as well. It's a set of magnetic gels and then like a gold topper. But this is reminding me of one of those polishes. That collection though is more of a sparkly cat eye gel polish set. This one is that sort of like shimmery texture. So two different looks. And I like that even if you were to get rid of all of the shimmer in these and just do like the jelly look, you can still see those little micro glitters in here. And that's really fun. I still just cannot get over these. They're so, so nice. So shimmery, so pretty. And again, that little bit of texture there, I'm pretty sure it's just from the swatch sticks being dirty. I didn't have any of that on my swatch card. Up next is probably my favorite because I am in a green mood. Like I said, this is number 5 and it is so gorgeous. It's like the perfect emerald green. Super nice, super deep jewel toned green with really pretty little. All right, so my vlog camera just died. So we're gonna go on without it because I need to get this filmed and posted. I really need to get some new swatch sticks because these ones are always scuffed. I order them off Amazon because I'm lazy and I don't want to stop at a nail supply store, but I really should start doing that because swatch sticks I get off of Amazon, they're always like banged up. They always have scuff marks on them. Here's that green. And I don't know if you can tell the sparkles in this one, they're almost like slightly cooler toned than the actual polish itself. So they stand out just a little bit more, but I really like that. I think it adds a nice bit of dimension to these polishes to have those little micro glitters in them. And they're not too distracting. So this polish never becomes like a sparkly polish. It is just a really pretty glowy polish. And here is this color. Super pretty. I love that deep, deep green with the little micro glitters. Such a stunning cat eye. All right, and here's number 6. This is like a lovely teal blue. Such a nice teal. I do really like the consistency of these because I feel like they self-level pretty well, which means you can do those slightly thicker layers and it just evens out on the surface. Seeing that shine is just so satisfying. Pulling it to the surface, so nice. Sometimes you can take the side of the magnet and kind of like pull it all to one side and then use the end to bring it to the middle. That works too. And here's number 6. Really nice deep turquoise. All right, and another favorite of mine is number 7. It's this gorgeous deep purple. I love purple, it's probably one of my favorite colors. This one is like a true purple, not too warm toned, not too cool toned. That is just stunning. I usually don't use like these vibrant colors, but something about these is just so pretty that I might have to start using some more vibrant colors in my nail sets. More of like a muted pastels type of person. And here's the amethyst color. All right, down to the last 3. This one is more of like a warm toned purple. I personally like more of a cool toned purple, but this one's still really pretty too. There's like this vibrant magenta-y purple. I feel so lucky to have the chance to try all of these different polishes. And sometimes there's a color that is just not necessarily a shade that I reach for too often. Like this one here, I would say is one of those colors. I prefer a cooler tone purple. And then I feel badly because it sits on my shelf and it doesn't really get much use. So I was thinking I could include some of those polishes in my giveaway. Most of them I've only swatched and then just like not used in an actual set. They're perfectly good and I would hate to see them go to waste and then just expire after 2 years, you know? And I hope this doesn't come off as like me trying to give away the things that I don't like. They're genuinely good polishes, it's just that I have a very specific color preference. I only have so much time to do nails, and so when I'm doing nails, I want to do, you know, the designs and the colors that I like. And this is one of them. Like, this is a stunning polish, super pretty, so shimmery. I just am partial to a different tone of purple. And so yeah, I was thinking I would put some of those polishes in the giveaway because these are nice, somewhat expensive polishes, and I would hate for them to just sit on my shelf with me not using them. So yeah, I don't know, let me know what you guys think, because I don't want it to feel like I'm giving away hand-me-downs or anything like that, but at the same time I don't want nice polishes to go to waste. Alrighty, second to last is this gorgeous like royal blue tone. This is number 9. This is just like a really pretty deep blue. Very vibrant, very much the color of the ocean. Ooh, I don't know, maybe I'll keep this one actually. I also feel like I have a hoarding problem. Like, I should be giving away more of the things that I have, because there's no way that I'm using all of the polishes that I've swatched recently within 2 years. But I just, I get feelings of like, well, what if I come up with a design and this is the perfect color and I don't have it anymore? I have a problem. It's okay though, it is what it is. This is just deep sea vibes all around. These would make stunning like coral reef nails if you were to do kind of like a mix of all the colors. do like a sea theme with lots of fish and coral shells. I think that would be really pretty. So here's number 9, and that shine is just so stunning. I can't get over how shimmery and gorgeous these polishes are. And of course, last but not least, number 10 is another sort of like teal color. This one I think is more of like a navy blue. Yeah, really nice. A little bit more muted than the other blue. Like this one is very much more my type of blue. Right up my alley. Super pretty. And because these polishes are that like really fine magnetic particle type, these would be great for like the cat eye heart trend. So nice. And again, these just self-level so beautifully. Ooh, and the sparkles on this one are really nice. They're like a really deep aqua blue. This one is stunning. Definitely loving this color. So this is number 10. You know what? Even though this video is already insanely long, I have a little like heart magnet paper clip that I've already made. So let me just see if I can test the viral heart magnet on a swatch here. So you want to bring all of the particles to the surface first. So I'm just going to use a round magnet to do so because I know that this method works really well for doing that. Okay, so once you have the surface all nice and magnetized, then you take either a bar magnet or a round magnet and stick your paper clip to the top. And you really want this twist to be as tight as can be. I think mine is even a little bit too loose. Yeah, I think my prongs are a little bit too long. My heart is definitely not as cutesy and more like, I don't know, evil looking. But if my prongs were a little bit shorter. All right, so I went and cut the prongs a little bit shorter just to see if I could get a bit more accurate of a heart. And then when I put this on the nail, I'm doing it exactly like this, parallel. You don't want to angle it down, you don't want to angle it up like this, you want it parallel. Not too bad, could be better. I think I actually liked it better with the longer prongs. But my whole point is, yes, you can do the heart look with these polishes. So yeah, that was everything for today. Super excited to use all of these fun new texture gels and the different products. I do have a nail design. I'll maybe insert like a little sneak peek right here. This should be the next video. It is a Valentine's Day strawberry shortcake themed set, but like make it classy. So I'm super excited to share that with you all. I haven't made the design yet, so we'll see how it ends up. I'm hoping it ends up going well. So if that kind of thing sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing. I do nail art, more nail hauls, all of that kind of good stuff. And if you are already subscribed, I hope you know how much I appreciate you. Everybody who watches, everyone who uses my codes and things like that, you support the channel, I think, more than you know. I was actually on a no-buy for the months of January and February just to kind of recuperate after Christmas, you know, and so I am just so blessed that this platform has enabled me to work with companies like Sweetie Nail Supply. They never pay me, by the way, to like say specific things about the products. They just send me collections and ask me to give my honest thoughts. So just thank you so much to the Sweetie Nail Supply team, everybody who's watching. Let me know, by the way, how you like the combination of the top-down camera and the vlog cam. I don't know. We'll see how often I can get up the energy to make myself look presentable for these sorts of videos. But yeah, I'm having fun experimenting. That's what 2025 is all about for me. And I just appreciate you all being here along for it. So the nail community has honestly just been such a blessing to me. Everybody is so sweet for the most part, and I've made some amazing, amazing nail content sisters. I will try to link some of them below in the description. If you'd like to connect more with me, then I do have a Discord server where we share nail art tips, recommendations, feedback on designs, and that sort of thing. So I will have that linked down below, along with all of the products I used here. But just thank you again. I feel like at this point I'm rambling, so I will try to go ahead and cut it off there. I hope you all are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you all next time. Bye!